update here. That's what happens when you.
I took your stat sheet. I know. I took your stat sheet. Sorry about that.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm looking for numbers and I see that. Bottom line is a W and it's a win. Some of the things I have highlighted here, you got some nice leadership with some starters, and we'll get into some individual performances. But just your overall thoughts. I thought, even though you were at 12% shooting, both teams kind of struggling going at the beginning of the game. Once you got going, I thought you kind of kept the pressure offensively.
Well, I think one thing, they came out in the zone, which was very unlike them. So it took us a while to adjust to that, and we made those adjustments and probably took some better shots after that, and that kind of got our confidence. We also got some fast break layups to get our scoring going. I thought Janique did a good job of kind of breaking that dry spell, but then our defense really picked up. That was really key. Our defense picked up, and we created some turnovers and some steals.
When you take a look at some of those individual performances, you have to be happy with Tiffany Dale there, a double-double, her second career. She really, you were talking about it earlier in the week, she can give you that presence down low, and you're also seeing it on the offensive end as well.
She really has, you talk about somebody who's matured so much as a player. I think she's out there defensively, offensively, getting those key rebounds. I mean, 11 rebounds for her. And she's just shooting such a great percentage. I mean, she had 5 for 7, and you know, and they're not necessarily all post-ups. They're driving, they're putbacks, and all of that. I also thought Odessa came in and gave us some great minutes. Those 2 threes we really needed, and got some good production from our bench today.
Yeah. Speaking of the bench, you see it. I have it highlighted. 29 to 18 of a difference in terms of your bench.
Well, I think we're one of those teams that our bench can beat a lot of benches. You know, we have different players come in, and what can be special about this team is you got somebody like, again, you talk about Tiffany, but you got somebody come in. I thought Jamie Kaplan had a good game today and gave us some good minutes. I mentioned Odessa. So those players came in and really gave us some energy. Janique looks, I love to see her looking so confident offensively, and that's something that she hasn't done in the past.
I was about to get into her as well, what she's done, because I remember you telling me earlier when I was asking you about this team, that she said she was one of your best defenders. And you really saw with Adrian Sanders, she could get going a little bit, but she just hounded her the entire time. She really gives it to you on the defensive end, and then look at tonight, she gives you 13 offensive points as well.
Right, and I think you know, the one thing that we have in that start lineup, when you have Olivia Grayson, who played Sanders for a little while, and then you can switch Janique on him. There's 2 very strong presence on a player like that who can frustrate him. And the nice thing is we were able to press and get the ball out of our hands and have some other people make plays, and they just couldn't make it.
I know it's early in the season, but through those 3 games, I think you're starting to see a little bit of that learning process. Lost the lead in that first game. It's a little closer than it probably could have been. Had a 10-point lead at halftime in game 2. Grew on that lead in the second half. Tonight, same situation. You had almost over a 20-point lead most of the night. You never really let Southern get. They got a little run, but then your team quickly got back into pressuring them and keeping them.
One thing that's got to be important for this team is that we can get some offense from our defense, and we did that tonight. When they made that run and we started pressing a little bit, they either took quick shots or we got a steal and were able to get some easy points. It's hard to score. Last year, our weakness is we had to score 70 points in the quarter fourth. This year, we've got to create some other things, offensive rebounds, steals, those kind of things. And as we do that, I think you'll see this team really improve. This is our best defensive performance so far, I feel. Just not making a lot of bad mistakes, not a lot of bad fouls tonight. So this is 3 games I think we've gradually gotten better. And for us, I mean, for a coach, I think that's something we've got to see as a real positive.
I know it's still double-digit turnovers, close to 20, but it didn't seem like
well, we had 4 at the end. We
right.
had 4 in that last 4 minutes down. You know, we were trying to get some back doors and some things like that, and trying to let some younger players play together, which is hard sometimes. But
overall happier?
Overall, I thought that the turnovers didn't hurt us as bad. I didn't think they were in times where we were on runs. It was in times that didn't hurt us that badly. So we're coming together. You know, one thing we've got to shoot free throws better because we shoot free throws so well. We need to shoot them in the Hurt Center because we can really shoot them in there.
I don't know about you. I don't know if you've noticed the rims of these places. You shoot a free throw, the entire backboard and everything is shaking. So I mean, those are not some.
My theory is if you hit the bottom of the net, it doesn't matter.
I
so
said that on the air.
I said if
you just go nothing but twine, then you'll be fine.
And we're a team that last year got to the free throw line a lot more than our opponents. We need to be that kind of team again. You look at Ty Snow and Olivia Grayson, when they get the free throw line, I feel really good about it. So we've got to make sure that we do that more. And again, that's another way to get points without having to run offense.
Final question for you. It's a week now until you get back into action. Little road trip out there, a little NAU tournament. Your expectations, what are you looking for this team to do and accomplish?
Well, I certainly want to go out there and win the tournament. I don't know too much. I know Bradley just beat Illinois at Illinois, so that's going to be a tough one. We've got to be ready to play, and it's a different style. We're going to see teams from the Midwest and the West, and it's going to be a different style, different officiating. We got to be ready to adjust, and that's good for this team. And then we come back and we finally get to play home again.
Yeah, I know, against Auburn, and I know you're looking forward to getting back in the Devlin Fieldhouse. 20-point win tonight. Congratulations. Let's get home.
All right, thank you.
All right.